Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sabbath Session podcast. And today we have got Dan that is joining us with Espin. We will be going through the Euro 2024 men and women preview in one episode. If we can't get everything in one episode, the rest, the ones that we miss out, I will say sorry when I see you at the Euros if you turned up. On that note, Dan, let's start. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Are you are on, I saw the name, you are on the European team, right? In terms of
Yeah,
like
yeah. So I'm heading out to Croatia. I'm flying out on Sunday with the boys, me and Mr. Pape flying out together, and then it'll be sort of business as usual. Same sort of deal as Estonia. It's a bit of a weird one, having a Euros December just gone, and now it's 3 months later, and we're kind of back again just with the change of the calendar. But yeah, looking forward to it.
100%, 100%. Just a little bit of clarity on the word because I know we had a little this chat last year when you say might be or make the Euro team, but the world team I might not be making it. Again, you have got a lot of fans in the team, and you have let a lot of us down. Can you just explain yourself
Yeah,
how?
yeah. So I can't come out and coach the worlds. It's my last week of exams for my physiotherapy masters. So as much as I love you all, I'm not gonna delay my qualification like 3 months for you all. So I'm gonna have to skip that one out, I'm afraid, mate. Sorry.
My friend, on behalf of everybody in the team, Christian, Indy, myself, you'll be missed. Believe me, you'll be
No,
missed.
mate, I'll miss it as well. Like I love it. I love being out there. I love the coaching. I love mixing it up with the boys and stuff. It's good fun. But yeah, I'll be watching. But yeah, I'll be sad not to be there.
Hopefully, Ben will get that 10 kilo PB, not 2.5. So who knows? You know.
Oh, I don't know, mate.
Anyway, let's get into it. So let's start with, of course, let's start with the women side first, and then we'll be talking about the men's side later on. So on the women's side, against 2024 European Championship, same weight class that we normally had in our normal calendars from 47 all the way to 84 plus. There's some big names missing here. Again, it's understandable. As you mentioned, they're done. We just had the Euros in December and then another one coming here. And in the next 3 months or so, is the World Championship. So you expect people to almost, not boycott, but almost to miss these Euros just to prep for that World Championship, especially when those people, a lot of these lifters have got big goals and they need time to prep for that. Let me start with the 47. Guys, we're just going to pick, I'm going to get your picks, guys. And of course, if you have any other insight in terms of these names you see in here, of course, you can throw across. But let me start with myself. So, again, the Italians there in the 47, they're massively representing the class. Again, there's only 4 lifters, and 50% of them are Italian. So, which means 2 lifters, the top 2 lifters are Italians. When you look at the nomination, the way they are, I don't really see this really moving in terms of like under the first and the second. The battle's gonna be between them two. That's how I'm seeing it. Because 377 and 375, that 2.5 kilos. Yes, I think to me, if you wanna ask me who's the winner, I will probably go with Annalisa. The reason I'm just going for Annalisa is because again the bigger deadlifter. Do you know what I mean? So when she had to pull last, she always have to go that say. And someone like me, I've suffered so many times with big deadlifters. When we go to the men's side, you probably will know why. But yeah, my picks here is of course Annalisa first, Daleda second, and of course I'll keep Anna the Spanish as a third. Next one, Dan. What's your pick on this one? What do you think, my friend?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you there. I think looking at the lady in second, the leader, I think it looks like it's her first international as a 47. She did worlds in South Africa as a 52, and that's her only other international. So she's coming in potentially dropping a weight class. So going to be interesting to see how that goes in terms of like that weight cut with travel and things like that may open the door for Anna from Spain to maybe sneak in for that second place, but you just don't know. But I think if I had to nail my flag to the mast, I'd have it as nominations. kind of forecast at the minute.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Yeah, yeah, you mentioned there's again the thing is like the international platform is a different ball game, but sometimes you look at people that outlier some of the lifts, it's hard for not to just put them ahead of everybody else, especially when the totals are so close. Um, Espin, can't hear you, mate. Come on, Mr. Colombian or Ecuadorian, buy some headphones. Jesus, all that drugs money, bro. Okay, we'll leave Espin there until you saw yourself out. When you saw yourself out, you can jump in.
There you go. There you go. You can
Oh,
hear me.
cool. Go on. Go on.
So, all right. Yeah. So I was saying, like one of the things I've noticed, right, and it's not just what I'm going to speak about in the 47. It's pretty much a lot of classes we're going to be talking about in the men's as well. Is that I don't know if you guys have noticed, but no one's posting their lifts. A lot of people have been keeping their lifts quite privately, which is a bit annoying because
That's why I had a headache today. I literally couldn't see people's lifts and it was pissing me off.
you can only judge by what you see, right? So it's kind of hard to see what these girls are actually doing. So, for example, I tried to see what Anna was doing. She hasn't posted since fucking last year. So it's like, what do you say? What can you do, right? So you can only go by what's based on nomination for the 47s, anyways. Just
Mhm,
because, as much as one want to try and see like what they've been doing, it's kind
mhm,
of difficult to actually fucking say anything if you're not posting. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just gonna be like you guys and just say it's based on nomination, really. So that's the top three.
mhm.
Unfortunately, there's no really any data to go by.
I know 100% what you mentioned there. Like, I know people intend to hide their lift when it coming to major competition because you want to hide the advantage. But sometimes when you within these previews, it's so hard to pick numbers or to pick people in placing. Some people, I've in the past I've picked people in places where after that the DM is saying, "Why the fuck did you pick me for third?" You know what I mean?
That's the
What
worst part.
I'm gonna
And
do.
then they get angry because they're like,
Yeah,
"Why?"
they get angry. And how am I supposed to pick you a winner when you're only posting your submax training? There's no way I can do that. So yeah. Anyway, moving on to the 50 twos. There's quite a stuck weight class here compared to the 47. Again, the top two, again, they will run away with this one. This one is just literally the battle is just gonna be between them in terms of who's winning. But if my money on something is, I'll give it to Camille. The reason for that is she's French, right? So we all know
Fuck
French
you.
just do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, I'm gonna give it to her because she's French, and then that French mentality, I can't go past it. Again, we have got of course Greg Ruth here from Great Britain. She's here, she's nominated third. I mean, again, she's 22 kilo behind the top two. I expect her to maintain that third place because she has a decent score, very, very good score compared to the rest of the field there. I'm banking her there to probably walk away with a potentially gold on the squat. So yeah, very big bencher. Again, 95 kilo 52. These guys got big benches. Jesus Christ. There's a lot of bench right there. So yeah. My top three, the French wins, and this one I'm gonna play safe, very very safe. I'll go for Ruth come second, and of course Alexandra for third. Look, I'm not playing favoritism here, thinking, oh, I'm only doing this because um
What do you mean? You already started it by saying because she's French. It wasn't
no,
fun.
no,
You
no,
already
no, no, the
started it.
French one is different. I'm talking about the Brits, right? Because people think like, oh yeah, why are you picking the Brits to win or have all that shit? I'm picking the Brit to win because I believe in that Brit. That's me there. Espin.
You know what? I'm actually gonna basically say the opposite of you. I'm gonna go for first. It's gonna be Alexandra. Only bit again based on what we can see, right? So you can see that in January, you can see in January she hit a 160 squat. So that's already what 7.5 from her
Mhm.
total squat. Sorry, PB. So I mean, again, like that's just squat alone. She hasn't really posted a bench or deadlift, but I'm gonna go for her, And because you said that, you're with the French team, I'm gonna go against you here just because. So screw the French team. I'm gonna go with the Serbs. I'm
Bro,
gonna go with the
yeah,
Serbs here. Team Serbia.
You will never ever get invited for silent work, even if you break Taylor. No, sorry, Taylor. Yeah, sorry, Shell world record. You're never gonna be invited. But anyway, carry
We're
on.
just about to get a fucking 690 total. Where am I gonna get 800 from, Jurins? That's out of the waters, man. I'm never getting that. Team Serbia for me all day. But yeah, for me it's gonna be Alexandra first, Camille second, and then Ruth will be third for me.
Good.
And you know what? It's gonna be like this throughout the whole fucking episode because again, we can only go back based on what we see, right? So for those that are kind of annoyed with certain people's picks, moving forward, post on Instagram for the love of God. Just post, please. Help us out.
Even one lift. Anyway, done.
Even if you failed it, just post it.
I'm going to agree with Espin on this one, only based off the fact that it's Camille's first senior international, from what I can tell anyway. So it's her first time on the senior French team. She's also stepping in and taking the place that would normally be filled by Noémie Alabert. It's big shoes to fill straight off the rip for your first senior international. She's going to have a lot of pressure on her, and she's only half a kilo ahead on nominations. Alexandra's been there time and time again. She's quite a seasoned international lifter. It's going to be just another day in the office for her. I think Camille could potentially, nerves could maybe get the better of her. I think it's a big step up. If she manages it well, then it's going to be really close. But I think just based on that experience factor, I'm going to go Alexandra first, Camille second, and then Ruth in third.
That's fantastic. I mean, that again, like Ruth third there, you as your European champion to come third. You know, what I mean, come on. You know, that's just amazing there. Moving on to the 57th, of course, again, some big names are missing here on the 57. Of course, one of the name we all know when it comes to the Europeans, Bobby Butter. You know, now especially now Joe is doing the 63s. Has done 63 last year, and she probably is going to be sticking 63s this year around. But yeah, Bobby's missing. Jade Jacob is missing. Yes, Jade just coming from Sheffield. We just saw what she did at Sheffield. And of course, Bobby's opted out to do the Arnolds rather than doing the European Championship. So on this one again, here we have got Savan here that came second and literally pipped at the jockey last year there at the European Championship. So to me here, I'm thinking it's more about a redemption or revenge for Adejoke. So if she actually remembers how to squat on the platform, and I tip her to win this one because last year she forgot how to squat. She totally forgot how to squat. She came in, she had it because she was on the same day with me, first flight. She did get her first squat, miss her second and third. I asked her what happened because I forgot how to squat. So hopefully she'll remember how to score this one. So if she does, then I'm tipping her to win this to have her revenge.
How's the training going? Do you have any insights on how her training's been?
The funny thing is she's literally just like me, where training is never bad. It's always good. Do you know what I mean? Her training has been amazing. You know what I mean? It's been really, really amazing. So yeah, I tip her to win this one. Swan second, and of course Miriam. I put Miriam as a third. And the joke has go one of the biggest puller out of the top three. She's the biggest puller there, and of course I'm thinking she has got the power to pull. You know what I mean? And she has got a lot more on that pull. So I'm expecting her to pull over 200 kilos here. So yeah, that's me done.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think if she goes 3 for 3 on squats, she should be winning. To be honest, like I think in Estonia, like you said, opener was great, and then just cut the second too high. I don't know what was going on, but I think she was seeing her after that being really disappointed and kind of realizing like, oh, I fucked this and I've thrown away a different color medal because of it. And I'm sure as well, like working along with Joey, like it will be those mistakes will be rectified. And I think she gets 3 squats on the boards and she's got the power to deadlift what she needs to win. I think she'll take it. I think we'll have French girl in second, and then I'm going to go Anastasia from Germany in third, just to be different to you, Jurins.
Basically, what you're trying to say here, you're just supporting the Germans.
Yeah, mate, there's 1 kilo in it. So between Miriam in fourth And well, like, and 2.5 kilos between the two Germans in fourth and fifth, like that can change very quickly.
Game
So,
there.
yeah, Team Germany all day.
I'm not surprised. That mustache that you have nowadays is telling a lot of stories. But anyway, Espin.
Fuck, you just couldn't hold it in, could you, Jurins? Jesus. Jesus Christ. Every episode, man. You just have to do it. Yeah. Adejoke for me, 100%. For me, she'll be first, yeah. Like, if she can, it's like what Dan said, if she can get her squats in, obviously she's got a great fucking deadlift as well. So she'll easily just pull what she needs to pull, anyways, to come first. Second is going to be the French. Sorry, Jurins. And third place, I'm going to go for Miriam third. Miriam's going to be third for me. Like, it can be anyone's, to be fair, man. Like, it's just a kilo, you know what I mean? It's going to be anyone's ball game there.
I mean, talking about again, this 57 kilo class is, I think, when we look at all the weight classes in IPF, especially on the women's side, I know people are talking about a 69. To me, I think the 67 come close to that type of battles, because on the international stage, like especially at the the world level, we talking about Jed Jacob, you have Natalie Richard, and if you go Joy Namani coming back in, or if you put her in the mix, that battle is just ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like exciting to watch. Again, I think I spoke to Joy. Hopefully, she has gone finished business on the 57, so we can see that amazing battle that we all literally are like expecting or waiting for. So yeah, talking about Joy, about she's moved to 63, so she's just having fun, and then hopefully she's gonna pull 260 kilo at the Arnold's next week. If she doesn't, go back to 57. Anyway, talking about 63, of course, the Italians again dominations here on the 63s. I mean, even look at the nomination total. We got Chiara Bernardi there, and of course, and Sarah there are nominated at 507.5 as a 63. I don't see this changing in terms of, like, I'm looking at it. Probably, if there will be changes, I expect it to change between fourth and fifth. But between first and third, I don't see any difference. So I think it's just gonna stay the way the nominations are. Kiara's training is flying. It's literally like, I think because of Carola leaving the 63, going to 69, almost trying to fill those shoes. It means, like, I mean, in the Americans, when the American comes in next year and somebody 63 around the world, the Italian, they want to dominate that weight class. They want to win. And to that, they need someone like Chiara to step in. And she has been stepping in because our training has been flying. So I expect her to total like 530 plus as a 63 for this European Championship. Yeah, my second place, I'll give it to Sarah there. Third, Isabel from Germany. I think, yeah, the gap is there. It's a big gap to close. But we have got our lady there, Makeda Vidal. She's in a 63 there as well, going in for I think this is her first European Championship, isn't it?
Yeah, she did the Westerns last year, but this is her first. Euros.
She has got that international experience already, so I expect her to move up placing there. So she will be fighting for the fourth or even third if she goes 9 for 9. I don't. Yeah, she has the strength for it, so hopefully it will happen for the sake of the team. Espin?
Both Italians have made some crazy progress though. Like, if you actually look at their training as well, for example, if you look at Sarah, she's got 190 squat, but she already did 200 for doubles on squat. Then on deadlifts, she's doing 200 for 3 sets of 3, but then her PB is 212.5. So she's gonna get a big PB there and then, anyways. But that being said, Kira's also making some crazy progress too. So it's like what you said. Even though Sarah's made great progress, Kiara is just like, she thought, yeah, fuck that. I'm also going ahead as well. It's like what you say, Jurins. That junction comment you always make. How's it go?
Yeah, people are not going to wait for you at the next junction for you to catch up, isn't it?
There you go. So that's exactly the perfect example of that. So even though you think she's made great progress, Kira's also just gone to a next junction. She's gone to the other station. So Based on that, man, for me, like the nomination is going to pretty much stay the way it is. I'd say top two there, third place, yeah, pretty much Isabel there too. I can't really see that changing. To be fair, in all honesty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, again, you mentioned something about the Italian there. I think, to me, and you know, when we had a wave of French done, when those French came around, everyone were talking about the French lady as ridiculous. We seen the exact same things happening with the Italians here, you know. But because the French have raised the bar so high, the way the Italians are coming, people are not really seeing the progress the Italians are making. If you look even last year European Championship, you can tell the Italians are bringing the proper full teams in. So it's just ridiculous. So yeah, Dan, what's your take on this?
Yeah, I think Shara will be in first pretty comfortably. Sarah's, again, like you say, numbers have been good, made good progress on paper. She competed in Malta at 69. She also did girl power. I don't know what she weighed in at girl power, but I'm assuming it's probably over 63. So it's how well is she going to hold on to those numbers? Because she kind of has floated around both classes. She'll kind of, if Corolla's not competing, then she'll stay as a 63. If Corolla's there, she seems to go in at the 69s. So it'd be interesting to see how much of that strength she can hold on to, dropping back down into it. But I completely agree with what you're saying about the Italians, like Chiara and Sara. At every Worlds and at every Europeans, they're right up in the mix, in amongst it, and they maybe don't have the clout that comes along with the French lifters, and maybe don't get the recognition they deserve because of that. But they are like right up there in like a serious threat every Worlds and every Euros. I think for third, I'm going to give it to Immaculada of Spain, just because she's a bigger puller than the German. And I think if the German misses a lift, Immaculada from Spain's going to go for it. I think she's pulled 210 before as well. I think she can make up some ground there and potentially pip her to thirds when all's said and done.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, moving on there on a good segue in terms of what you mentioned, that if Corolla doesn't do the 63, Chiara stays 63, and then sometimes they just switch these weight classes around. The next one is the 69. Again, on this one, we know, we're missing the three best 69 on the planet. When I was at Sheffield watching Agatha, Leah, and Corolla, to me, I'm gonna be really biased here, right? That class, I enjoy watching them so much. It's not because they're so amazing. Number one, I enjoyed watching them because they are all Europeans. I literally said to myself, finally, there is a weight class where there's no Americans. Do you know what I mean? Literally, when people are talking about the smoke of a weight class, no one is mentioning any Americans on the women's side. It's all about Corolla, Leah, and Agatha, and they're all Europeans. I was just like, oh Lord, you've listened to my prayers. Thank you. So, again, like looking at these European Championship, these are big name. These threes are missing on this one. Of course, we have got the likes of Annie Nelson from our side as well that will be missing these European Championship. Again, I think I mentioned this in the beginning, where some people are opt out to not to do these Europeans so they can prep for that World Championship for the bigger battles coming ahead. But looking at these names here as well, on the nominations, we can see some great names here. We have got Marta Jenner here coming back. She won the European Championship last year, and she's coming back on this one. And she was I think, what was it? Not the wild card. What was it?
The reserve. Sheffield.
The reserve for Sheffield. Yeah, she was a reserve for Sheffield. So it tells you already what type of lifter she is. Coming back here, of course, we have got Tasmin Campbell, our own 69 there, and Sabrina. She's back.
Yeah, Sabrina's back.
After having a baby, she's back for her first international and nominated sixth. To me, that's already, that alone beats it all. This woman just had a baby, and on her nomination, she's nominated sixth. Yes, I know Marta Jenner is there, of course. Taz is there. There is Ivana Horner is back again. These are the names, like as much as these Agatha is Leah and Corolla are not there, but you look at this list, you're just thinking, fuck me, These are legends are coming back. So, but in terms of like my picks here, of course, Marta Jonas has got a big spread there. Taz and Ivana is a battle. It's a fight. The reason I'm saying is a battle because Ivana's taken some time off. She's been training. She has not been posting much in terms of like what she's capable of. And we all know she's a very, very, very big name in powerlifting. She's a seasoned international. She's done it all. So this is going to be a battle. But on that note, because I haven't seen much from Ivana, I'm going to edge it out for Taz here to come second and Ivana get a third spot. Again, I expect Sabrina to make a lot of progress. I've seen her training lately. She's flying. She's been doing a lot of volume. Everything's paying off. So I expect Sabrina to be fighting for that fourth or third spot. I really expect that. So yeah, done.
Yeah, echoing a lot of what you say. I think Marta, barring a bit of a disaster, should be a safe bet for first. I think the nominations are going to be closer than it looks. I think we all know that Tasmin has more than sort of 512 in her if she puts it together on the day. Like her trainings look good, her squats are looking good, and if she can put together like a decent bench, decent deadlift, I think she'll be closer than that kind of 30-kilo spread on the nomination shows. Ivana's going to be a really interesting one, and like correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe she had some kind of injury to her elbow or something from weightlifting and had to go have an operation and all sorts. I feel like, and that's why she's been away for so long. It looked pretty nasty from what I've seen online.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be her first one back. So it's going to be really interesting to see how she is coming back from that, how she's been post the rehab of that. How's that going to impact her bench and like the position? Can she get the bar where she wants it on squat and things like that? The fact that she's kind of got a 505 nominated total makes us think probably yes, but we just don't know till the day. But I think for that reason, I'm gonna put Ludovine in third. Ludovine's a two-time European junior champion, a one-time world junior champion, coming in for her first one in the Open. I think she might just have a little bit too much for Ivana on her first competition back post that injury.
Mm-hmm.
It's because she's French, isn't it? That's the real reason.
Yeah. No, I love the French, mate.
What about you, Espin?
For me, it's gonna be first place is pretty much solidified already, man. Like everyone else is gonna be, unless she has the worst me and she bombs out, God knows what, God forbid. But Marta for first place. Second's gonna be Tasmin. In all honesty, though, I really want Tasmin to have a good comp because at the last comp that she did, she didn't really have the best day, did she? So she's looking to pretty much, do a lot better at this one, man, because she was very disappointed in the last comp at Euros. So hopefully she'll have a much better meet here. And then for me, it's going to be, I was going to say Ludwig, but she hardly posts again. Like, it's just one of those things. She rarely posts. So you don't know what's coming.
Go through her history. Find a way.
What do you mean find a way? No one's posting. What do you want me to do? Fucking WhatsApp her.
Yes, exactly. DM her. If you can DM those bozo, why can't you DM someone else who gets their numbers? Anyway, carry on.
Who might do? Oh, yeah, let's not even get into that. So, yeah, for me, it's going to be based on nomination there, man. Top three. But I think the main highlight here is for Tasmin to have a good comp, man. Like, because I wanted to,
Yeah, it's Tasmin needed some sort of. She needed a redemption. Do you know what I mean? She needed to point out because I don't know. I can't remember if Tasmin. I've never seen Tasmin going down for 9. Has she? Has she gone down for 9 at the British when she won the British? When she beat Annie, she went down for 9, isn't it? Because that was that last deadlift.
Yeah. No, she did. Yeah.
But it's incredible to see because Annie went down for 9 at the Euros, and we saw the total. You know what I mean? That was probably the biggest increase in the total at that Euros I've ever seen. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm just intrigued to see when Tasmin go 9 for 9, where is she gonna land? Because again, as you mentioned, the 512 here, she's nominated. She's well above that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, everything will turn out on that for her. But the next weight class to me is almost the class of the competition here, the 76, because you look from the first nominations all the way down to the fourth, or even like you see fifth to seventh, there's still battles everywhere across the board.
Yeah.
It's not even like, oh yeah, this person has a spread. No, there's no spread. Do you know what I mean? The person who's nominated first is nominated with 550, and the second 527, 527, another 527. So again, picking numbers here to me, it was such a headache because again, as the boys are saying there, these people are not posting much, right? You're not really seeing top lift. It's almost like you just look at the history and you pick your nomination looking at the history. So to me here, I'm gonna go for Leah, the German, to win because I see she has go. She's almost like a subtotal specialist, you know, and then she has a decent deadlift. So yeah, I'll give that to her. Second one, I'll go for the Ukrainian.
You're the biggest deadlift in the class, mate. What are you on about?
That's what I'm saying.
Second
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought that other deadlift was 230. You're 225. So yeah, that's a big deadlift right there. So yeah, I'm gonna again, big deadlifters. We always suffer from them, you know. But Espin don't count. You know, these girls. She's gonna go for the win. She will get it, on my opinion. Of course, second. This I'm gonna give it to the Ukrainian because I've seen her lifting. She has got the international experience. Of course, not shared to the finish here, Ellen, which is going to finish third. Dan.
Yeah, I agree. I think Leah's got that international experience. She's been around that platform a lot. I think she is likely to probably come away with it. You've got the Ukrainian who's in the same sort of boat with a massive squat. I think if the Ukrainian gets 3 for 3 on their squats, they should be safe in either that second or first. And then you got Ellen in third for Finland from me. Agnes in fourth from Sweden as well. Like both of the Finnish lifter and the Swedish lifter are both coming out first from the juniors as well. So they're going to be a bit of a wild card. They haven't been in amongst this group of lifters before. So I think third could go to either of them, really.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, Ben.
Leah's coming first for me. She's going to come first. Ellen's going to come second. And Lead Muller is going to come third for me. 225 deadlift. That's fucking nuts, isn't it? Just looking at that.
I know. These ladies are pulling, Espin. You must keep on pulling. Some ladies will be pulling more than you. They're probably squatting more than you already. So, you know what I mean? It's not too hard to squat more than Espin, to be fair.
This is about Espin today. Don't worry, guys. This is the Euro preview, please.
Anyway, moving on to people that can actually squat more than Espin, and some of them can pull as much as Espin here.
They actually can as well. That's the joke. They actually can.
The 84 again. This is where,
and this is great to see as well because they're both from GB, which is great to see.
Yeah, to me, I think you look at the 84 class in Britain. Is almost that's where the joy of British powerlifting lies nowadays. Do you know what I mean? Because you look at what Ziana is capable, where Ziana ceilings is. You look at where Elof is. You're almost thinking, yeah, they are the future of the British powerlifting. Do you know what I mean? They are.
Well,
you know what I mean? They've just been incredible. Again, Ziana is coming back here as European champion. So back-to-back champ. That's why she's trying to achieve. Of course, there is Erolof here coming here. Not just like someone that started lifting yesterday. She's a one junior world. She's one junior European. And she's now on the senior team. You know, I spoke to her a few days ago. Is one of them ones like, yes, I've been almost an outlier every time I stepped on a platform. This is the first time where I'm stepping on a platform where I'm actually competing, which is true. This is the first time where she's going to a competition where like I can't fuck around, you know, because I'm not going to win. So this is the first time. It's great. It's a great place to be. It's fantastic. The total here, the nomination looks really close. But Ziana got a 581 at the European Championship. We all saw that 581. That was ridiculous. That was the easiest 581 I've ever seen in my life. Do you know what I mean? And the deadlift she pulled at 253.5. She could have pulled 260 on that day. You know, so that's how much she had in her on that day.
Do you know how much? Do you know how much shit it's going to cause when you predict which one of them's going to win? You're going to get it in the neck. We're all going to get it in the neck from one side or the other.
I know. I'm already prepping for this one, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I already stuck my neck on it, so I might as well just go for it. Anyway, picking here. I'm gonna be really conservative and go for Ziana.
Okay.
All right, Ziana first, Earl second, and of course third. I'll give it to Alison from Ireland. So I know people ask me, why did you pick Ziana first? Why did you pick Earl first? None of your fucking business. Anyway, Espin.
All right, so I have to stick with her because I've always stuck with her from day one, and obviously she's part of the team that I'm coached with by as well. For me, it's gonna be Erlov. Got to stick with her, man. The thing with Erlov, though, right, which is so annoying, and we've spoken about this in the group chat, right, on WhatsApp. There's always something that happens with Erlov before a comp. There's always something that happens. There's always an injury. She'll do something chaotic, like she'll go. Do you remember that time when she went swimming? She did like 100 laps before a comp, just because she wanted to get some cardio. She does crazy shit. I think she just like I don't know what goes through her brain. I really don't. But I think this time round, she still has a lot of things going on as well. I know she's like starting off her clothing brand. She's like in school. She's got best shit coaching and stuff like that. But I think this year, man, I think she's probably switched on. And talking to Dan, get a little bit of inside info. She's looking solid. So obviously the numbers that she hit in her last comp wasn't really like what was planned, but she just pretty much had to stick by that. But I think this comp, she's gonna knock those numbers off the park, man. And I can see her hitting a big total. Like this 582.5 is gonna be nothing compared to what she's gonna hit in this comp. And I honestly believe that. So I'm excited to see that. That's not saying that Ziana is going to be an easy walk in the park, because obviously it's not. So for those of you that are listening and backing Ziana, I'm sorry. Don't fucking grill me now on Instagram. But I'm just saying that's my point of view. All right. So just be nice.
But why are you scared for?
Because I know I'm going to get grilled. It doesn't matter what side I pick. I'm fucked. But for me, it's going to be first place Erlov, second place Ziana, and yeah, Allison third place. But it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a battle to the deadlift as well, man. It's gonna be wild. Like, and both girls can fucking pull. So it's gonna be one to watch, man. It's gonna be exciting to watch that one, anyways. But yeah, that's me.
Dan.
Right.
You are the coach as well.
Dan's gonna be the Allison.
No, I know. And I get on with both of them really well. I know that I'm gonna have messages, but so I'm going Ziana with the caveat that Erolov will pull for the win and go for it. I think it's going to be close. I think Erolov will load up whatever she needs on the deadlift, and I just think it might be a little bit too much, based off of the fact of she's been posting that she's injured. She's saying she's hurt her back, and obviously we don't know what's going on with Ziana. She's pretty quiet as social media goes. She might not be having the best time of it either. But with the information I've got, I'm going to think that maybe Erolov's coming in a little bit injured, as well as it just being her first sort of open international. That first time, like you said, Jurins, she's had that real bit of competition. That may elevate her to the next level, and she may absolutely knock it out of the park and do 600. Or the nerves may get to her. It's going to be really difficult. But I think I'm taking Ziana first, Erolov second, but she pulls for the win, and Alison of Ireland in third. I'm sorry in advance, Erolov. I know I'm going to get it in the neck.
Look how we're scared about picking these two. And just imagine if this was the British and Temi was part of the number as well. Jesus.
Oh, don't.
I would have skipped this.
I would just not be commenting.
I'll be so happy I cancelled my Buzz gym membership.
Talking about the 84, I know I did listen to King of the List. Ryan was so talking about Amanda Lawrence begging for a competition. Potentially, he's trying to convince Agatha to go to the 84. I believe our two girls, I think they have what it takes to challenge Amanda Lawrence. Do you know what I mean? I don't know whether it's going to be this year world or next year.
Hour three, mate. Hour three. Don't do Temmie like that.
Oh shit, I forgot. Damn. Come on, you brought me back. Now, oh shit.
Oh,
But
you're in
anyway,
trouble now. You're in trouble.
you know, maybe not this year world, but next year world. I see literally our 84 girls literally challenging Amanda Lawrence because these girls like they will pull more than Amanda Lawrence this year. They will. Do you know what I mean? So the only thing they will get is like catching up on that bench press that is so poor compared to what they do. So if they can catch up on their bench press, again, as you said there, Dan, if they can hit around 600 coming these Euros, I mean, I don't see why not. You know what I mean? I really see the challenge coming 84. It's exciting. I'm excited because, again, they are British. They're strong coming up here to challenge someone like, Amanda Lawrence is just ridiculous. So, yeah. Moving on to the 84 plus, here again, big names on the nominations. So I was not expecting this, but as soon as I looked today, Sonita was there. So unfortunately, 84 plus where the Sonita, what else can we say or what else can we talk about? So hopefully she's not going to push to win this. She'll preserve that strength for that training for the World Championship because that's where she will face Brittany again. Of course, there's Alexa Jones coming from USAPL or P and Nats. So it's going to be an amazing one to watch at the World Championship. But talking about here, Sonita's going to walk away with this. She's just going to run away with this one, to be honest. I mean, there's no point. I don't even have comment to say. You all saw the 300.5 kilos. So what else can you say? Second, Emily Mejer. I think she's gonna go for the world record bench press. I think she's gonna go for it this European because she held it once before it was broken. I think she's something that she's going for. A second, of course, Matilda from Sweden. She will be third again, just because when you look at the spread across, it's just ridiculous for anyone to be caught. But let's mention Victoria, our Brit girl. She's there, nominated fifth. So it's going to be an amazing one. I think is this her first international, isn't it, Dan? Or
I
she's
think
done.
so. Yeah, I think she might have done a bench only one before, but I think it would definitely be her first full power one.
Great experience. This is going to be an amazing experience for her. So on that last, especially on that last day of lifting, where everyone literally finished lifting, we all have the energy. We're just sitting there with pints of beer, the Brits on the front row, just watching you do your thing. And you should ask Aaron Thompson and Andy the experience that where everybody finished lifting and now we're watching you do your thing. It's just amazing on that last day. So yeah, that's me there. Dan.
Yeah, no, I think same picks as you. I think it's nice to see Sunita doing it. I think she's maybe the only Sheffield athlete that's competing at these. I believe that's because, and I'm more than happy to be corrected if I'm wrong, but I think that is essentially her turning up and hopefully winning is as a step towards her receiving some kind of government funding or putting a case forward for funding for powerlifting Belgium. So I think there may be a requirement there for her to compete at these. And I think that's probably why she's there. I don't expect her to go much above an RPE 8, to be honest. I imagine it will be pretty chilled. But she's good enough that she can do that. So fair play, And then yeah, France in second, Sweden in third, as you said. And that'll be that, I think.
Yeah, I'll save yourself some time, guys, and just the exact same for me, man. It's going to be based on nominations. Sunny is going to basically do her openers and then just go home and chill.
If I understood or I knew what RPE were or how they work, I would probably say 7, no 8. But yeah.
Well, nowadays, an RPE 7 to a junior could necessarily be a max out or something. So you don't really know what a 7 is.
No, bro. When
very close to said Jurins. Remember, people already don't like you. Let's not assume now.
Well, you know what you say there. Now, when the juniors will listen to this, or you start getting now RPE 7 as 15 years old. Do you know what I mean? So, so don't start another trend. So yeah, on that note, guys, those was the women's side, guys. We'll jump
all the women competing. All the best.
We'll jump straight to the men's side here. Again, this is on the men's side, one of the things that surprised me, I saw let me just start straight with the 59. I saw Ivan from Spain coming back when he missed the European Championship last year. I think I spoke to Ishak a little bit on about that. I think one of the reasons he didn't turn up at the Euros last year is because he didn't have holidays. I think he ran out his holidays. So for those of you that watch powerlifting, powerlifting is a sport that is done by people that actually have a life outside the sport. They have a full-time job, and sometimes when you run out holidays, there's nothing you can do. And you book if the championship is coming up, your boss is saying, there's a delivery that week, you can't go. Do you know what I mean?
Where does he work in DPD?
You know what? Espin, you're going hell, bro. Anyway,
delivery. I don't know where it works.
Anyway, talking about so yeah, going through it, the 59th here again. When you look at the nomination, of course, it's just there's only 4 of them, right? Ivan's is just so far ahead, so far ahead. So this is where I'm thinking Ishak would have had a very serious battle if Ivan turned up last year. So I think Ishak is prepping for a award at the World Championship anyway. So yeah, to me here, Ivan's gonna run away with it. Darius second, just because Darius has got that tremendous experience on the platform. I mean, I was looking at Darius competitions and the record. Dan, this man, what is done as competitions and the record is held, you can actually print 2 to 3 A4 papers, literally. And I was just like, fuck me, this is ridiculous. So yeah, put him second. Of course, Julian Gutierrez. So is by the way, for those who don't know, Julian is Table Tiff's boyfriend. So now we know where Table Tiff weight is coming. She's getting all of those kilos, and I told Julian's giving away all his kilos. My Julian, come on! But anyway, yeah, see him here coming third here. It's been amazing to see him lift. I've never seen him lift internationally. I've seen him lifting locally, but not internationally. So it would be an amazing one to see him here to do his thing. So yeah, damn. By the way, it's French as well. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ivan first. I'm gonna go Julian second, just on Darius has been, I think his first world was 2003 when I just clicked on his name. That's wild.
Were you born then, Dan?
Was I born, mate? I was like 7. Give it a fucking rest. So yeah, no, Julian for second. I think he pips Darius, and then Darius for third.
That's crazy. 1978. Well, that still gives me hope.
Bro, I thought I was old, but when I look at 1978, I was just like, fuck me, Jesus.
Jurins, you're a toddler, man, to him. Fucking
that's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So yeah, Espin, what's your pick?
Same with me, man. Ivan, I'm actually looking forward to seeing what he's gonna do, man, because his training's been looking solid as well, to be fair. So yeah, Ivan first, Poland second, and Julian will be third. The only reason I'm saying Darius second is because the experience, man. The experience.
Oh yeah, that's why I only went for the experience. That's why I pulled Darius second. But Julian is looking very strong. His training looks really, really good. Do you know what I mean? Especially even after I saw him at Sheffield, and we spoke a little bit about it. But he's looking really strong, and I wouldn't be surprised if Pippen comes second, as Dan says. So wouldn't be surprised about that. But again, I mean, Darius has got that old man strength. Who knows? But anyway, go and ask Tony Cliff, who'll tell you. Moving on to the 66. Of course, we have our boy Joey's back. Joey's back. The only 66 in the country that is making us proud on the international platform. So you gotta give him his flowers. So yeah, so proud of him. So happy that he's back on this one here. I mean, looking at the nomination, I'm gonna be biased here. Anyone that say otherwise, you can go and suck your own dick. Joey's winning.
Joey's winning.
Yes. Joey's gonna win this because miracles happen. Do you know what I mean?
Guys, and on that note, we're gonna close. We're gonna close this episode.
Yeah, I'm not even. The funny thing was, to make it even worse, I'm not even going to talk about any other 66 here. I'm just going to talk. Joey's going to win this. He's going to get bench press gold. That's it. Done. Be careful what you say.
Dan, do you wanna go next?
Or do you want to bring us all back down to earth a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know where to start here, so I'll let you kick this one off.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's gonna reflect the nominations. I think you got Christopher in first, Federico second, Alvaro third. I think Joey wins a bench medal, and I think he has a good day, and I think he's going to enjoy himself being back on the international platform. But I think you need to calm down, Jurins.
So what you say in nomination? So Joey will play 6.
You guys do know that the Italian has a 171 bench, right?
Yeah, that is mental.
Yeah, but Joey, Dan said Joey's gonna get a medal. He didn't say gold.
I didn't say gold.
No, but you said gold, Jurins. You said he's gonna
That's my pick. Whoa.
Okay. I'm just saying. Right. I'm expecting 172.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on. Your turn. Go on. What's your pick?
I'm just still shocked. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I hope people are watching this on YouTube because I'm like, if to see my face, I'm just completely shocked. I don't know whether you're laughing or you're joking or not. But anyways, well,
I've seen his training and I believe in him. Go on.
What's he totaling, Jurins? What's he going to total?
What, Joey?
Yeah.
I wouldn't go past Joey to total like 640, 645. Why are you laughing?
No, you're taking a pick now there.
Oh my God.
You're evil. Because when he competes and he does 610, he's going to look back at this and it's going to be your fault.
Anyway, what's your pick?
Okay, for me, all right. So for the 66s, it's going to be in first place. It's going to be Alvaro from Spain. The guy, I don't know if you know who he is. He's basically like a big social media dude in Spain. He's like a panel in Spain, but probably even bigger. Like his following's crazy. He train like wherever he trains, that he gets stopped for pictures. He's just a crazy big influence in Spain, right? But nonetheless, put that to the side. He doesn't really post too much of training, right? But his training looks crazy. He looks insane. But because I watch him on YouTube, I'm not a fan, but you know what I mean. Like, I follow him from time to time, and his training's looking really, really good. Like he's already totaled a bit more than what he's done here with 625. So I can see him surprising a lot of people on a day. So I'm gonna say he'll be first. Alvaro will be first here. In second place, it's gonna be Federico, and in first place will be Christopher. Yeah, that'll be my picks. In terms of Joey, happy for the guy. Happy that he's back in the Euros, representing the 66ers in the country. In terms of what I think he's going to be hitting, I have no idea because Joey is one of those people that he'll post his training on his stories, but he'll only post the last rep of his actual set, and that's how he does it. So you don't really know what he's going to do. So, but based on what Jurins said, 175 bench, fucking crazy. Okay. 640 total, you said, right? So I'm expecting a 220 squat and a 260 deadlift around there, right?
I mean, who knew that Donald Trump would become president? No one believed that, isn't it? Anyway, moving on to the 74s. 74s is again at the European Soul is an interesting weight class. Not seeing Dylan there for me, it's just like, oh, the squatter is not there. So you know what I mean. So he's focusing on doing other things, which is great for him. I spoke to him a few days ago. He was a little bit not feeling well, but now everything is great. Then we see Joshua here from Germany is back after having a lot of politics in Germany, in the federation. But yeah, hopefully we'll have him in the podcast when he will talk a little bit more about it. Joshua is back.
He's going to take his anger in this comp as well.
Yeah, and on that list there, we have got Eddie Berglund. I thought Berglund retired.
I thought he was doing weightlifting. I saw him do a snatch the other day.
That's what I thought. But he's back. So it's interesting this battles here again. But looking at the nomination, I think I'm gonna go for Joshua here to have some sort of like a redemption, because especially he's pissed off the fact that he's missed a few internationals. He's coming in really strong. I'll give him here to win this. And of course, Rickson here, Alexander Rickson, world champion, European champion, But again, I know I've given to Joshua to win, but Ericsson as well is looking really, really strong. I expect him to maintain that second place, and of course, Berglund to come in with that massive, massive bench that he has for that third spot. Espin?
Yeah, for me, it's going to be first place is going to be Joshua. Joshua's training has been looking solid as well. He doesn't necessarily post like his big top singles. He tends to keep that under wraps, and he'll just post like his last warm ups or like his drop sets and stuff. But even that alone's been moving fucking great. And I think his training now is a lot better than what it was last time when he totaled 742. So based on that data, he should be looking at something big. So hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes well for him on the day. And yeah, like I said, man, he's got a lot of anger built in him from what's happened with all this political shit. So he's gonna want to get all of his frustration out on the platform, man. So hopefully, it all goes great for him. But he'll be first for me, man. Second place will be Alex. The experience there as well. Like, I can't see him not getting second place. And in third place will be Eddie. With Eddie, you just never know, man. Like his bench is just so like hit and miss, isn't it? You literally don't know what's gonna happen. Like he can make his first attempt can be absolutely insane, where it looks like an RPE of 4, 5, and then his second set doesn't move. Like it's weird. You know what I mean? It's just weird. So you just never know with him, man. But based on nominations, man, it's pretty much the exact same top three there. Yeah, I can't really see that changing. To be fair, that'll be top.
You're right. I mean, Eddie's bench is touch and go. It's touch. Literally, I think I don't know what weight class he can be that I will be like, oh, his bench now is a little bit more secure. There's confidence into it. Even as a 66, he could bench big as an opener, second and third just go down, or if he could start really bad and he just finish off with a massive bench. It's always been like that. Anyway, Dan.
I got a take with Eddie's bench. I think Eddie's going to win. I think Eddie's had a year out, so he hasn't done any international since the new bench rules have come in. He broke the bench world record weighing 71 kilos. He comes to this Euros, he's a fully fledged 74, cutting into it. He's had a year to figure out bench depth. He turns up, he benches 215, he wins. That's my take.
So you don't care about our 74, it's just Eddie, that's it.
No, that's just the controversial one. I think Joshua and Alexander, it could be either way around. But I think Eddie's going to have gone away for a year, sussed out the bench press, put on a load of weight, and he's going to bench something ridiculous. And I think it's going to be more reliable because it's going to have to be because of the new rules. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to be this hit and miss, touch and go. Is he going to get it? Is he not? Type of thing. And he'll bench something ridiculous, and that'll be too much, and he'll win.
Wow. True. So, the other 74s, if you see Dan walking around in Zagreb, please can talk to him because he doesn't like you guys. So, yeah, that's his take. Now, let's move on to the 83 here. I mean, there's not much story here to talk about in terms of like what's gonna happen. The 83 is always delivers. Do you know what I mean? Especially with what happened. Sheffield with Delaney and Ross coming back to the IPF, and every single 83 around the world, wherever they are, they're thinking, I need to double my training, because the reality is, whether you like it or not, the man is coming. You gotta have to be ready for him. So yeah, the European Championship nonetheless it will provide fire. There is myself there nominated as first, but that total is really like, yeah, that's the British total. I don't know why they put that one down, but realistically they should put the 812.5. They want to beat N as the record of European Championship. So yeah, even though he won, I hold the record. So fuck you lot. So yeah, but anyway, moving on that. In terms of my pick, to be honest with you, I don't know. It's just going to be an amazing one. I'm going to win, of course. But second will be Enna, of course. Third, I have no idea. One of the French, I guess. But the reality is there's Owen there. So you can't write Owen off because he has got a big bench, right? So I'm really, if Owen gets 3 squats, he has got 3 bench, I'm putting Owen third. Dan.
Yeah. So we all know what's going to happen with first and second, don't we? You're going to do your squats, you're going to bench, you're going to be ahead on subtotal. Enna's going to load up to pull it, and it's like 50-50 if he gets it or not. it's been the same story every single time, and it just happens to be a bigger fucking deadlift every single time at the minute. So it's going to be fun. Your training looks good. Enna has kind of posted a bit sporadically. It's going to be interesting. I also like Owen as the pick for third. I think people in powerlifting are really short memory. Like Owen was in there for top 3 at the Euros when he got injured. He's gone away from a year. He's come off social media, and people seem to have just completely forgotten. So I think he's gonna come out. I think he's gonna total something near the 800 mark, and that'll be good for third. I think it'll be a battle in there with the French guys, but I think that's where we're landing.
Yeah, again, as I said, if Owen walks away with 3 squat, it's done up. Third spot, that's his. Espin?
Before I give my picks, man, how's your training been, Joe? How are you feeling?
Or me?
Yeah.
I feel great, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I feel good. I don't feel I'm the best powerlifter on the planet. I'm not the best powerlifter on the planet because I'm not Kaiko that Mr. Consistency. I'm not, but I feel great.
I think what everyone wants, right? And I can speak on behalf of every single powerlifter listening, or just everyone in the world right now. When I say, please, Jurins, for the love of God, don't fuck it. And listen to me. Look at me. Look at the screen.
I already know what you're gonna say.
Do not fucking tempo your third squat. Okay? You do the exact same thing with your first and second, please. You do that, you've won. It's simple. It's that simple. Yeah? Thumbs up?
Promise. Promise I won't do that. I will open with 250, 270, and 285. Done.
See, you're taking a piss. See, now I don't believe you. Now it's the same shit like what you said about Joey doing the 650. But honestly, I reckon that based on your training, man, your training looks naughty right now. I'm not gonna lie. Your training looks, and you're not tempoing, which is the sickest thing. Is it the shoes? Because I know you changed your shoes.
100%. I'm not gonna lie, 100%. I think it's the shoes and also the confidence of knowing that everyone around the world, it's not just you guys, my friends around me, everybody that watch me around the world, that follow me and all of that. Every time I compete, I literally get the exact same message. I just get a fucking hell, man. The strength is there. Why are you tempering that third? You have the strength. It's like I've heard it so many times, and now it's just like, you know what, fucking just do it. You know, and I don't want to hear it no more. That's all.
One of the things that a lot of people tend to say, right, is that your training is always great. Because this is what we see, right? Like, and when we put Ask Me Questions on the page, the Sabado page, these are the kind of things that we get, right? So it's almost like everyone always says, why does Jurins training always 10 out of 10? But then when it comes to the comp, like he just does this. Is there anything that you did in your previous comp that you're thinking about that you're going to be taking into this one and making sure that you don't like copy or do the same?
I think it's just about, I mean, we all make mistakes, right? Mistakes happen in programming, mistakes happen in nutrition, I mean, mistakes happen even in game day. But because it happens so many times, data has been collected across the board. So Kedrick has got his data on the nutrition side. Joey had his data on the coaching side, and myself as well, in terms of like my data is just the performance and the result. Do you know what I mean? So all of that has been collected and it's been put in one spreadsheet. It's almost like now we just have to execute. All of these people are seeing now. I'm not realistically, if you ask me, whatever my training, I mean, I did, I think 840 last week or so. If you ask me, like, were you surprised? I wasn't. I think my strength is more than 840. Do you know what I mean? I got the strength to hit more than that 840. To me, it's just no surprise. It's just being able to be a very good guy that got on that platform and execute well. And if that's done, this will be a different conversation. But yeah, that's all.
Okay. So that being said, top 3 Jurins. If you stick to your word and don't fuck me about, you will get it, obviously. So first will be Jurins, second will be Enna, obviously, and third place. You guys did say Owen, right? Because obviously, you know, like he's come off social media, but then I'd be a bit of a hypocrite if I picked him because he hasn't really posted anything on socials, right? And I've been going based on that. So technically, I can't really pick him. That being said, I can easily say Paul, but Paul doesn't really post that much neither. But he has been posting things here and there. His training does look okay. So I'm gonna have to pick based on nomination here, man. So it's gonna be top three there. Paul, Rambo, aka Rambo, he's gonna be coming in third for me. But it'll be amazing. It would be amazing to see Owen come out and just fucking get that third place, man. Because
I'm just gonna mention about Guillaume here. His training, the training numbers that he push is the numbers that the 93s are doing. Right. So I don't know in terms of like he's maybe probably myself I fall into the category where the training is amazing, but when you come to comp, you don't really deliver. So when it comes to that, it's hard for people to pick you, or it's hard for people to actually trust you on the platform because it doesn't happen. You have a history. So apart from me being a squatter, and he squatted 310 in training. All right. He's pulled like 335, bench 185. And when you put these numbers together, these are huge numbers, big numbers. So it's something like I would not be surprised if on that top three, he breaks that top three rather than some of the name, rather than Owen or Rambo, as we mentioned, because he's have big training numbers, I'm not saying I would not be surprised to beat me, but it will take a lot to beat me. You're only going to take a 380, 390 kilo deadlift to beat someone like me. Do you know what I mean? No offense to everybody else, but that's a fact. But do you know what I mean? But him is someone that we can't really write off. So it's someone people have to keep an eye on. It'll be interesting to see where he goes from this one. Again, moving on from the 83s, there's the 93s. I mean, the 93 around the world, we know how amazing the 93s are. We've seen the battle at Sheffield. We've seen Emil Krastev is going to be missing this one, but he did his mock me. Of course, there will be Sasha that will be missing this one as well. These are big 93s in Europe. So, but we have Christian coming in. And then I still believe like Christian is one of the best 93 in the world. And he is. And Nathan moving into the senior for the first time. So this is going to be a very, very interesting battle to watch. The Brits here, Christian got the advantage here in terms of like Christians and Nathan, because Christian has the pull, Christian has the bench press, and now we just saw Christian squatting 300. I was there, guys. I was there, and I got a from video that 300. He shocked me. I was just even before people saw the 300, you should have seen the 282 he did for a triple. This is Christian we're talking here. Dan, you know the history. Christian loading 282 for a triple. Christian squatting 300 in training. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, I think Christian's gonna win this one. It's all dependent about what is he gonna total. So me and him been talking about certain numbers, but I don't want to be disclosing on the podcast. But he's gonna go big, and of course Nathan. I don't see the Italian beating Nathan here. So Nathan training looks great. His squats is moving really well. As he said last week, his deadlift is come back. He's deadlifting again, really, really, really big numbers. So bench is just growing. I think on the 93 between Nathan and Christian, I would just say this: one of them will break the British record squat record. One of them will. Whether it's Christian, whether it's Nathan, but the British record squat would not stand coming next week. It wouldn't. So yeah, that's just me. Espin?
Yeah, Christian's training looks ridiculous, man. And the fact that he did that in training as well is
he doesn't do heavyweight in training. And when he's doing things like that, and then you're just thinking like, whoa, damn.
Something's coming. Something's brewing up. Like, whew, something big is gonna come.
He could have loaded even as much as I loaded on that day, I'm not trying to be too confident like I was with Joey here, but that's fact. He could have done that.
No, but for me, yeah, Christian first place, man. Like, it's quite obvious he's gonna come first here. I'm actually excited now to see what he's gonna total, because you haven't told us Jurins on our WhatsApp, but you can tell me after what he's gonna fucking attempt, anyways. Nathan second. I'm actually excited to see what Nathan hits. Obviously, he's had a couple of issues, didn't he, with his car, and then he dropped all that weight on his fucking toe think 2 weeks ago. So
Oh,
now
Nathan, no, that was a long. That's a
That's an old video.
old video from Bethlehem Green. See
was that
Instagram.
another video? Oh, was he lying to us?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Piece of shit. See what I mean? This is
misguided.
why you can't believe everything on Instagram. See what I mean? I got fooled. All right. In that case, Nathan's coming fourth. No, I'm joking. Yeah. Now Nathan for second, man. I'm actually excited to see what he does as well because his training looks decent too. The Italian in third as well, man. Yeah, I can't really see any of that changing. Again,
Dan,
so sick to see two Brits as well in the 93 for first and second, man.
yeah, the Brits, the team. I think, right. I think Dan, correct me if I'm wrong, right. I
Yeah.
think Team GB on the men's side, we are the best team in Europe.
Yeah. I think it's us or the Swedish, definitely. I think we've got more depth than the Swedish. Like, they've got a couple of really good lifters, but in every class, we're putting someone forward who's potential top 5.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, what's your pick on the 93? Be careful because you're going to be handling Christian. So be careful what you say.
Yeah. No, so I've got Christian first. I think it will be good for him this year to have Nathan around. Last year, and he probably won't mind me saying, we kind of knew he was going to win, and we knew that no one was really that close to him, and I hope he doesn't mind me saying, but he was a bit flat. It took me and Paul really getting in his ear and telling him to switch on for him to start lifting his best and for him to start executing. I don't think that's going to be a problem this time around because Nathan is close enough to keep him on his toes, and he needs to be switched on. He can't lapse like that. But I think Christian, barring missing a squat or missing a deadlift, is my pick for first. Nathan in second. He's looked really good. Again, former junior world champion, first open team appearance for him. I think he'll take the second, and Andrea in third for the Italians. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right about what you said. Christian having Nathan will help because last year, Jesus Christ, I was in the crowd. I felt like literally like choking him myself. Especially when he came out for that.
Did you see him come out for his opening bench and start shouting at himself? That's when you knew he was like falling asleep.
Yeah. On that first deadlift, when he came in, like he pulled as soon as he pulled the bar forward and put it front, I was like, yeah, he's gonna miss this. It's just like, yeah.
That's exactly how I felt in Malta when you started talking to the back spotter before your opening squat. I was like, oh fuck, oh no.
I tried to mute you, but I muted myself. But anyway, yeah. Moving on to the 105s. Again, here big names are coming back here. So again, we have got Emil on nominated first, and of course we have got our boy Ben Pape with the 2.5 PB last year. He's coming back. Hopefully this time he's gonna add another 2.5 because he's a 2.5 guy. So hopefully, and yes, and of course we have got Tony from Norway. To me here, I think, of course, Nolan looks really strong. I watched his training. I spoke to him a bit last week, and he looks really, really, really incredible. And hopefully, he's gonna come in and put everything together. And as probably this comp, I see Nolan totally his best total ever. I see that happening. And again, Pape. Look, I want Pape to get 900. I really want that 900. Do you know what I mean? And now he's changed shoes, just like me. He's not giving me so much shit anymore. Why did I move away from flats to hills? Because telling me like, you don't need hills, or you just need to bump it down, you'll be fine. But now himself, the next thing is a few weeks later, he's on hills. So anyway, hopefully he can score what he should be squatting about 345, 350. Hopefully he can get that and get a 900. So yeah, Pep for second here for me. Funny enough, I'll be a bit controversial. I'll put Timo the German as a third. Done.
I've I've chatted to Pape a lot about his training, and he's made some big claims. I have audio evidence of these big claims, which I won't share, but we'll see how it goes afterwards. I think he's looking good. He's bench 200 in the gym, which is unheard of for Pape. Like that's mental.
No,
It
you're
took
lying.
him about 2 years to go 190 to 192. So I think Venture's got moved.
Bench 200.
Ben, yeah, maybe like a month ago.
Jesus Christ. Go on.
He posted it. It's somewhere in there. So I don't know how heavy he is. He's not ridiculously heavy. And then with a pause in comp and all that, who knows? Who knows? But I think it's going to be interesting. The squat is a little bit up in the air with the change of shoes. I think he's going to be around that 335, 342-ish mark. I think he's close enough to Emil that if Emil has a bad day, we can give them a scare. That's what I'm thinking. But I think if Emil comes in and does what he needs to do, and especially if he calls on his deadlift when he needs it, it tends to come through for him.
He's
So I
the
got
only one
Emil
that does
first.
it. He's the only one that does
Hey,
it. No one else
yeah,
does
it's ridiculous.
IPF.
It's ridiculous. He just summons it and it's there when he needs it. It's like an absolute gift. But yeah, I'll have Emil first, barring a bad day. Pape second, Tony third. Yeah.
Espin, do you even know who Emil is?
You're taking a piss.
Yo, I'm just.
This guy with the proper sick hair that stick back. Isn't he a firefighter?
Yeah, firefighter, bro. Go on.
Smart there, Jurins.
I know a man that would never gonna have my woman to say hello to. Go on.
Fuck it, no. Emil's gonna come first, man, obviously. Pape, I'm actually excited to see what Pape's gonna do now. Seeing as he benched 200 a month ago. Okay, now see what he does on comp. But it's because you always say Jurins, he always does 2.5 every comp. So every time I see his total,
Ask Dan. Ask Dan is right here. Ask him, not me.
No, I know. But because you've always said that as well, you always call him the 2.5 guy. So then in my head, I'm like, right, so technically he's going to be doing 890 or 880. So, but yeah, I mean, even third place isn't really going to come close to him anyway. So it's based on nomination there too, man. And then Tony third.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, look up paper on open powerlifting. You see it.
Big shout out to Eric Matter as well. He's going to be there too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Eric Mata is there, so he's nominated. Well, he's eighth, isn't it? Eighth. That means he made the group A.
Yeah.
Group A. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Eric does because he just scored. I think was it 320 in training. You know, so these are big numbers. So I think Eric is one of them ones like he just take his time and he doesn't rush powerlifting in terms of like I want to blow like everybody else. It's just, you know, almost like we said, powerlifting is not a sprint; it's a marathon. You know, these are the type of like Eric. He just take his time. So I can't wait to see what he's got and see if he can bring that 320 on the platform. That would be really amazing to see. And yeah. Moving on to the 120s, guys, I think I'm going to skip this one. I don't even think I want to talk about it because anything I say here will be held against me, and then the next thing I'll be memed, right?
Hey,
since I don't want to be memed,
what you say here.
Yeah, since I don't want to be memed, Dan, go for it first.
Right. In as simple terms as possible, it's Tony's to lose. Tony should be far enough ahead that all is well. Indy's going to load up something ridiculous for his third deadlift, as per usual. And the Spanish guy is close enough that, you know, we'll need to keep an eye on him. Like I'm handling Indy again. We'll need to keep an eye on him. We can't just do whatever we want and load 410 for shits and gigs because the Spanish dude will be close enough to us that we won't be able to do that. So, yeah. I think Tony would be key. I think Tony would be like chomping at the bit to put together a decent total after Sheffield. So I think he'll probably come through with something big, and then Indy for second, and yeah, Victor for third, and lurk in there if the door was left open by one of us, you know.
Yeah, it's Tony's to lose, really, man. Mr. Ibuprofen, he should pretty much just walk away.
Did you just call Tony Mr. Ibuprofen?
Yeah, Mr. Ibuprofen. I called him that. I messaged him on Instagram and I said to him, I was like, Mr. Ibuprofen.
Now I know the title of this episode.
That's a perfect name. That should be on a t-shirt. But yeah, it'll be Tony's to win, man, honestly. with Indy, so obviously Indy's been going through a lot. Obviously, the boys know everything that's been happening. Like Indy's, moved house. He's been busy. He's been going through so much shit, man. And then he's been having little injuries here and there. He even had a bad spell in the Jurins where he was like all fucking down in the group chat. He was like, fucking hell, training's not going well. But he was just being an absolute penis. Like he was just basically he had one bad session and he thought that was it. He's just all over. And then the next week he fucking goes and pulls a house. And then it just moves so quick. We were like, we told you. There you go. It's just a little bit of rest.
Indy's like one of them guys that are born with one testicle thinking they're not gonna have kids, but as soon as the kids comes out, we're like, oh my god, I had a kid. Do you know what I mean?
What the fuck?
No, Jurins.
Oh, he's gonna kill me. I don't know.
You deal with that, Indy. You can deal with that. But yeah, I'm just happy to see that his training, like, I mean, it took its time. It took its time, but it's finally where it needs to be. Deadlift is moving good. Squats is finally back. Bench is looking pretty good as well. So it'll be exciting to see what he actually does on the day. And I think the whole world is, let's be real, the whole world is waiting for that 400, aren't they? Aren't we, anyways?
I mean, Dan is the one that's gonna hold the pen and paper, so he's done to see
and
the
world is waiting, Dan.
Mate. And he's got to make it convincing on his second. That's it's literally on him to make it convincing. Or Tony's got to leave the door open for something, And I think we just see how it goes. Like, he's strong enough for it. He's just got to get it done on the day. But it's been nice, actually. So since he's moved, he started training in super training, which is where I train. And I've like all of his heavy sessions basically for the last 3-4 weeks I've done with him. So it's been nice to see, like, he obviously came from moving house, fucking knackered from moving boxes around in his home gym from, like wherever the fuck he was living before, the middle of nowhere, across to Gloucester.
You guys are rinsing Indy, Jesus.
You know what's quite funny though?
Hey,
I'll tell you.
Indy never rinses anyone. So.
That's true. Hey, Dan, let me tell you a little story, right? So Indy wrote in the group chat, right? He was like, oh, I just had the worst session. Like, I don't know what's going on. So then the boys were like, what happened? Like, he was like, no, just deadlifts felt fucking heavy. And we were like, well, I mean, how's your food, nutrition? You've been drinking water. Just think of everything, right? And he was like, no, I mean, the only thing I can think of is, I mean, I moved house today. And I was just moving, like, everything. All my furniture, and we were like, me and Jurins were just there, like, what the?
I just stopped talking. I literally just stopped talking. And I was like, yeah. And you're the one that give me shit, telling me like I cry like a baby. Bro, you just move a house. You move an entire gym, right? From the other side of the country to the other. And you go to the gym straight to deadlift and you're saying, oh, the session was shit. And then we're not even talking about 320. We're talking about 385 kilos. And he's crying about it.
Yeah.
Moving on about Indy, but yeah, the European Championship is going to be exciting. I think what Dan said there is it all depends on what Indy needs. I know everybody are waiting for 400, but if Indy doesn't need 400 for him to win, he will not load 400. Do you know what I mean? So we just have to wait. Mm-hmm. But the World Championship is going to be interesting because that's where Indy is actually prepping for that pool, because that's where it will matter, especially with the caliber of the lifters that are coming to that World Championship in Lithuania. So we need 400 there. We don't need 400 euros, if we don't need it. So yeah, see, I didn't pick anyone there. So guys, I dodged the bullet. Moving on to the 120 plus. So again, here, unfortunately, we don't have a Brit. AJ go hurt, so he's not going to the team. He's not going to the Euros, which is really sad. Of course, we don't have Aaron Thompson this time as well, which is really sad for us as Brits. But again, the 120 plus in Britain, I think, is picking up. Since especially we had Luke Richardson, we thought no one would come in and fill that void. But again, AJ is there, and then Aaron Thompson. These guys are pushing. I mean, Aaron scored over 400 kilos. I mean, that's just fucking ridiculous, So yeah, I'm glad that all these guys are there, pushing that weight class. So hopefully at the World Championship, we'll have one of them on the team. So it's just gonna be amazing. But in terms of the nomination here, I think to me, It stays as it is. I don't think anyone has the strength to beat Temwa in Europe as a 120 plus. Did you see that 411 he squatted in training that KOTL posted? That thing moved like RPE. This is what you call RPE 7-8. That is an RPE 7 and 8. You know, for all the youngers that are thinking what RPE looks like, go and watch that squat. That's an RPE squat. You know what I mean? You know some of the people that we know that was a 7, but if I ask you, pull one more, but that's not RPE word though. Fuck you, bro. Anyway, moving on. So second here, I think Rico. Have you guys seen Rico? Have you seen Rico, Dan?
Rico is the biggest man I've ever seen in my life, like bar none. Like it's a joke.
I've never seen a man as big as Rico in my life like that. 200 kilos.
Yeah, but no, that's what the scales go up to, mate. So like most of the time, international like powerlifting comp scales should go up to 180 kilos. Most international ones that are used cap out at 200, and he weighs in at 200 flat every time because he's over that. No one knows what he weighs. It's just more than 200.
Crazy.
And mate, he's like 6'9", I want to say. It's fucking ridiculous, mate.
That's what you call a mountain. You know, he's huge. He's literally big. He's a big guy. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see him coming back. And again, for a 380 squat, interesting, very good number right there. Of course, third one, I'll go for Steve, and I think Steve's training is moving really well. So I expect Steve to total more than a 910. So yeah, his training is moving really, really well. Espin.
I don't know too much of any of the guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. So, but based on the nominations,
how would you know these guys actually eat food? You're like a twig. How would you know?
There we go. Exactly that. You just explained why I don't know. There you go. And times are tough right now, so I can't really afford too much food too. So I tend to not eat anything. But I mean, yeah, Tim are fucking 1,027.5 total is ridiculous. Obviously, he's gonna fucking win that one. Spain second, Belgium third, no question about it. That's easy, man. Like, save us the time, guys. It's not gonna change.
Done.
Yeah, no, agreed. I think that's going to be the top three. I just clicked on Ruben and he did the Masters just gone, and he weighed in at a trim 197 there. So I was actually wrong about the 200 plus.
But 197, oh, so 3 kilo. That's just him spitting twice.
Probably took a pre-workout shit.
Bro, that can't be for him. It can't be 3 kilo, bro. But if you're taking a shit for 5 kilo, what about him? Bro, that's just a spit, bro. Anyway, on that note, the Europeans will be like amazing as always. It's going to be some great liftings coming across the board. But I think on the women's side, to me, again, I'll stick with the 76. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be amazing to watch, you know, and then I can't wait for that. And on the men's side, I think for me, the weight class to watch, I know I'll probably say the 83 just because I'm interested to see what Owen got. Do you know what I mean? As Dan said, he's been off for a year. He's coming back. I know he had some bench issues in terms of hitting depth, but everything's been sorted now. So I'm just excited again to be on the same team on that platform of Owen again. You know, 2022, when he couldn't finish the meet, that I didn't like it, even though I won, but it was just disappointing for me because I wanted Owen to be on that platform. But so this time around, I'm going to get the opportunity to experience that again. So it's going to be amazing. On that note, guys, anyone who's listening to this, if you guys have got your own picks or comment or whatever, drop it on the comment. And if you want to come to the podcast, I keep on telling people, I know people messaging me saying, oh, why didn't you say this? Why didn't you say that? Mate, if you think you know powerlifting, you have the data, you know people, just message me. I want to come and host it with you. I will tell Espin to go and walk Bailey, right? You can join me and host this. Please take the invite. Come and join us. This is not like other podcasts that we don't care about our listeners. We actually, even if you have got 2 people following you on Instagram, I don't give a shit. Even if you don't have an Instagram account, I don't care. Just come in and host it with us.
But just expect to get grilled, especially if Indy's in here.
Mate, if you can't take that, then stay at home. You know, see under your mom's roof, so your mom can pay bills. So yeah. On that note, guys.
Okay, now let's end this now then.
End it there.
Um,
See you in Croatia.